holiday loading. So holiday loading is pretty cool because we're one of these countries where you actually get paid more to go on holidays than you do to go to work. The way it normally works is you normally get an extra 17.5% on top of your normal pay. So it's quite a nice little bonus for your holidays. So holiday loading, here's an example. Lucy earns a salary of $36,500. When she takes 4 weeks leave, she also receives 17.5% holiday loading on top of her pay. How much is she paid in total for the 4 weeks leave? So the first thing we need to do is quickly work out how much she'll be paid for her 4 weeks normally, and then we'll increase that by 17.5%. So to start off with, we'll take our 36,500. We want to get 4 weeks leave, so we'll divide that down to 1 week, so divide by 52, and then times by 4. As a question for you right now, how else could you have done that in just one step? So we'll do that. We'll get $2,807.69, and that's her normal pay for 4 weeks. So that's 4 weeks. But as I said, going on holidays, you actually get paid a little bit more. You get an extra 17.5% on top of your normal pay. So with her holiday loading, so her holiday pay, we'll call it, will be equal to an extra 17.5%. That's 100% of her pay plus 17.5% is 117.5% of the 2,807.69. So you can see that I've done this in my preferred method to increase a percentage by adding the percentage to 100. I'll put that in my calculator straight away, and I'll come up with her holiday pay, which will be $3,299.04. Nice little bonus there for when you're going away on holidays. Okay, we've got another example here, which was using the unitary method, and just a little bit further working. I just want to work backwards this time. So this time we're going to have a look at an example where we know someone's holiday loading for their 4 weeks annual leave, and we want to work out what their annual salary is. So we're going to take the holiday loading, we're going to work it all backwards, and we're going to work out what their annual leave is. So the holiday loading is 17.5% of their 4 weeks pay. So 17.5% is equal to $1,548. Of course the phone had to ring. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work backwards using the unitary method. I'm going to say, well, 1% is going to be this divided by 17.5%. So 100%, I'll divide it by 17.5, and then I'll times that by 100. That'll give me 1% times 100 makes 100%. And that'll tell me that their normal 4 week pay, their normal pay for 4 weeks is $8,845.71. So that'll be my 4 weeks pay. So if that's 4 weeks pay, now what I want to do is I don't want 4 weeks pay, I want the annual salary. I want to know how much for a full year. So you could do this a couple of ways. Obvious way to do it may be to say, we'll take out $8,845.71, divide it by 4 to get it back to 1 week, and then times back that by 52. And that will be our annual salary. Do that, put that in your calculator, you should get the answer, $114,994.23 as an annual salary. Now, much like the earlier question, I want you just to think and see if you can come up with another way I could have done this calculation here. Alright, that's holiday loading.